Hello everybody, my name is Arnav Sharma. I'm from class 7 Sanika, and today I'll be creating a simple angle, an adjacent angle, a linear pair and vertically opposite angles using GeoGebra Classic. Let's start. Now as you can see on the left we have a box kind of thing over here, the plus one. Now we don't want that because we're not inputting anything. So we are going to drag it to the left. Good. Now we want a blank sheet. So we're going to remove all the grids, the x-axis and the y-axis. Now we go over to this triangle and circle option. Click on settings. We go over to x-axis. We tap on this box to show x-axis, which will not show x-axis. Click on this box which tells show y-axis. We don't want to show the y-axis. We go over to grid and we don't want to show the grid as well. As you can see, this is a blank page now. Alright, let's create. Now we're going to create a simple angle first. To do that, I'm going to click this box which shows us 9 segments, segment with given length, ray, polyline, vector and vector from point. I don't know what these 3 mean, but I don't know what these 4 mean, but I'm going to go with segment. Now to create a simple angle, to create a simple segment, you first tap on the screen, drag the cursor and then tap once again. To create a simple angle, you tap again on the screen, drag your cursor to the point A or any point you have and tap on it. As you can see, that looks like a simple angle, but as you can also see that it has no measure. Now you might be thinking, how are you going to measure this? We don't have a digital protractor. Well, we actually do. It's right over here. Now I'm going to click on this box, then click on angle. Now to measure an angle, we actually have to go clockwise like in a protractor. Then we click on this point which I've highlighted, then on this point and then on this point. As you can see, that created a measurement. Now what I'm not liking about this, that it has 2 decimal places. I don't want that. I want 0 decimal places. Now to do that, we go over to this section once again, click on settings, then click on this mini settings over here. Now as you can see, we have rounding as the second option. Now we're going to click on this drop down list and make it as 0 decimal places. Now as you can see, it rounded it off. At first it was 63.58, but now when it rounds it off to 0 decimal places, it comes as 64. Now if you want 1 decimal place, you can totally do that, but I like 0 decimal place better. Okay. I also don't like that it's showing A is equal to 64 in the bottom. I wanted to show it on the top. So we go over to this cursor over here, click on move, click on the text, drag it upwards, and there you have it. That is how you create a simple angle. Now we're going to create a linear pair. We go on this button again, click on segment, click over here, create a long line. Now as I've noticed before, when I've created this, you need a point in the middle to create a linear pair. So let's do that. Go over here, click on point, put it in the middle, then click on segment once again, tap anywhere you like, drag it to this point and click on it. As you can see, that looks like a linear pair. Now to measure this, we again go to this button, click on angle. Now we go clockwise once again, E, F, G. We're going to move that later on, the beta. Now to measure the other angle, we actually have to start from G, H and D. You might have noticed that it creates an angle wherever I drag it. I'll create another angle for you to see. Over here. Then this is a very small one. Alright. Now when we measure this, IH. Now look very closely to what is happening in the center. It is dragging itself upwards. Then it goes to a certain point where it stops as a protractor, and then when you click on it, it shows this. Now I want to remove this, so we go over here, delete, then we click on this and this and this. Okay. Now we move the text upwards, this text over to here. Okay, that's how you create a linear pair. Now let's create adjacent angles. We go to segment once again, click over here, drag it to create a segment. Now as you might know that adjacent angles have a common arm to say, a common vertex, and the non-common arm should be at either side of the common arm. Let's do that. We are on segment only, so we are going to create a 90-degree angle, or any angle you might like. I don't like the shape of J edge, so I'm going to use the move button to move them proportionately to wherever I want. Then I will go on segment once again. Then I will tap on the screen, drag it and tap again. Now that looks like an adjacent angle. Let's check. It has a common arm. Yes, it does, which is HK. It has a common vertex, which is H, and the non-common arms are on the either side of the common arm. Yes, they are HI and HJ. Now let's put measurements to these angles. We go on angle. Now we go clockwise once again. As you can see, it does that again. Now we go over to move, take the text, and okay. Now let's measure this one. Sorry, we unselect that, we select this, we select that, and boom. Let's move that text over to here. Okay. Now, is the sum of this 90 degrees? Let's check. What's 58 plus 32? It's 90 degrees. Oh, I just remembered. We didn't calculate the linear pair. Well, it's pretty easy. It's 110 and 70, which is 180 degrees. That's good. This is an adjacent angle. Now let's create a vertically opposite angle. We go over to segment, which is this one. Now we have to create a cross like that. I'm going to use my cursor as an imaginary line. Then done. Now to create a vertically opposite angle, you need to have a point in between them, so that when you calculate or measure your angle, it will have a certain point to measure the angle. Let's do that. We go over here, go on point, click in the middle. Now we can measure our angle. Now we go over to angle once again, click on O, M or NQ over here. Now we have 75 degrees. Let's move that. Okay. Now let's measure this angle, which is this. Now you see, this is where I went wrong. Let's correct our mistake. You actually have to start at this side, the P side, because it's a reflex angle. You have to go anti-clockwise in this. Then you click on P, M and N.